Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how to make an input housing tool. It's for the ease and installation of your input housing, to drop it in a lot easier than trying to sit there and do it with your hand. So I was watching one of my buddy's videos. He goes by Irocin Z on YouTube. His name is Smitty. Real good guy. Great videos, very informative. If you want to learn anything off this guy, I'm going to put his link down and you can subscribe to him or watch his videos. It's really, really good, or I wouldn't have recommended it. So that would be your choice. So I'm going to build him a tool that'll make it easier for him to install the input housing. And I'm going to show you how to build the tool yourself also. So in this video, just follow along, and if you like it, at least give me a thumbs up, and if you got something cooler, then leave me a comment, and we'll go from there. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, so right here I have a brand new torque converter. It's for a 4L60E 700R4. It was originally for a truck. It's brand spanking new. It was going to be used, but it wasn't used because the guy went with a aftermarket stall converter. This is a factory stock converter. I tried for a while to sell this. The reason it could not be returned was because I put a quart of oil in it and they wouldn't let me return it just for that fact. So I haven't found anybody with the application that could use this, that wants it, and so I'm just going to cut it open and show you what part you need to build this tool out of this brand new torque converter. Yeah, I know, it's a big loss. Change the blade. Total cost so far, $4. For anybody wondering, I did that on 1.5 blades and 1 battery. There's 1 dot left. I don't really like DeWalt, but DeWalt's badass. Alright, so let me show you the part we want out of here. Ooh, look at that, brand spanking new. Now I can't tell you what all the parts are on the inside, because I've never taken one apart. You can't repair them. You just replace them, of course. Then, look at that, a roller bearing. Torrington. Then, let me get a screwdriver so I don't split my hands in two pieces. If I'm correct, this is your clutch right here. I might be wrong, but so this is totally different from the one I did before. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut these rivets or drill them out and grab this center piece out of here, because this is the center piece that I want. So let's get a center punch and a center bit, center drill, center bit, center punch, and let's get going. So I'm thinking this splits apart. Just need to see how. Now the older 700R4 torque converters, they're real easy to get these off. I've never done it with a 4L60, 4L65, 4L70, 4L75. First time busting one of these ones open like this, so. Alright, so I'm just going to drill those out. So I'm going to give y'all a little break to go to the restroom, do number one, do number two, whatever you got to do, and then when we get back, I'll pop those off. Alright, so basically I just got a center punch, kind of took my time to get it right in the center, punched them all in. That's simple. Just take your time going all the way around. Then all you got to do is get your favorite drill and start drilling away. I'm going to drill a real small pilot first, and then I'll go to a bigger bit. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you get the idea of this. I'm just going to complete it all the way around, and then when I get done with this one, I'll go to the next step up. So to make this fast forward, I'm just going to stop it here and then start it on the next one. Actually, these are going pretty quick. I'll just let you watch. I'm just going to fast forward it. All right, so I'm gonna try to use the next bit big enough to wipe out the whole rivet, and then it should just pop off. Let's see if this comes apart. Probably not, but it will probably come out if Alright, time for a chisel, hang tight. Alright, so once you drill them all out, I don't know if you can see this. Once you drill them all out, you just pop the rivets in. So this is the piece you need. Here, let me get this out of. So this is the piece you need, this is the piece you want, and then let's make some handles for it. Alright, hang tight. Alright, so this is the pipe I'm going to use for the handles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure, because really I got to cut it. And it's just gonna go on the ends here. One end, the other end. Just like that, but it's gonna go right in the middle. So, these need to be cut at 5.5 inches. Okay, this is some kind of like stainless, but I don't know if it's got carbon in it or what. I've left it outside and it'll get real light spots of rust on the outside, but not really deep, so I'm assuming it's stainless. It's the same one that I used on my last one, and it doesn't rust either, but it'll get some surface rust depending on what contacts it. So it's some pretty good stuff. And it's also thick. So This is just scrap I had around, didn't buy it. This was not scrap, it was a good converter, but shit happens. So, let's cut the handles off. Alright, so, got my handles cut. They're both the same size. One will be on each end. If you got a reamer, be sure to clean the insides. You don't want to leave that trash in there. I know a lot of people don't do this, but if you got the tool, use it. It's just that much nicer, that much cleaner. I'm really anal about the way I do things, so this is just me, but I recommend it to everybody. There you go. Alright, almost done here. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this, I've already measured it out a 1/2 inch from where I'm going to put a groove straight through here and on the back side too. So it's just going to have a groove in it. You don't want to have too big of a groove and you don't want to have too small of a groove, and you want it to fit in between here so that it rides up against this lip and it's sitting on this, because we're going to TIG weld it. This is 3/16 thick. Actually, it's just a hair thinner. I have a disc that's 3/16 thick, and it's exactly the same width as this shaft piece. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a vise, run this on the grinder, and I'm going to shoot it right down the middle here for a 1/2 inch. That way it puts a groove in it, and this will slip right in. So let's get going. Alright, so you can see here what I'm talking about. I just measured out a 1/2 inch from the top to the bottom. Centered. Let's do one more side and get that done. Alright, so I'm getting it ready for the tack. All I really did was just set it up on some 1, 2, 3 blocks. A little piece of aluminum. And if you want to make sure it's perfectly straight, once you set it up, you can get your little ruler, run it straight across, that way your arms or handles aren't crooked. Alright, let's tack it up. promised you I was going to show you how it works. Let me show you. You got your input housing, reverse drum. You're going to set it in. And most of the time people are doing this, trying to set it in with their hands, which kind of sucks. So let me grab the tool. Basically slip this on, spin, bingo. You can see the reverse drum is just right below the pump housing that sits on the housing of this. Sometimes they'll even drop in easier. They'll drop in on the first drop, or you can just move them a couple of times and they're in. This one did kind of fight me a little bit, but that's what you need. It's better than trying to sit there and do it with your hand and turn your forearms into Popeye. So there you go, folks. Smitty, this one's yours. It's one of the older styles. It's coming to you, man. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video or if this was helpful, please leave a comment, subscribe, or at least give me a thumbs up. It helps me out to circulate my videos. I'm not monetized. I don't get paid for these. I do these on my own time. So thanks all. Happy transmissions.